Well, we didn't even lose relatives that were really close to us until we were grown. So we didn't even know what that
Y'all
even
were
looked
grown.
like. So that's a good thing that I can say for our generation here is we didn't lose people until we were grown that we're really close to us. So when we have to experience death, that was a whole different thing for us because we didn't always know what that looked like, how that can be looked like.
And grown for us was like 22, 23, 24. That's our grown.
Yeah. But y'all have to, and I'm glad I didn't even think about that, but you bring that up. It's the opposite for me,
Yeah, we were adults.
That was my life,
Love it, man. 25 lighters on my dresser, yes sir. I got to get paid. Bit that it won't be a little hit. Go read a book, you illiterate son of a bitch. Step up your vocab. Don't be surprised. Patience to these false accusations. They faking the shaking cause the money you're making. Bricks some money on the dresser. Drive a compressor. Top notch. Get the most.
I was gonna say all the time it's said, but it's never goes past that. Then once we do try to get something together, there's always all these hiccups and roadblocks, but nobody wants to push take the bulldozer and knock those hurdles down. We just be like, oh, okay, well, no, I guess we can't do it this year. Okay, we'll try again next year. And next year may not happen for some people.
Seriously.
A question was posed to me that said, in the event our matriarchs, our elders, which, it's like 3 of them left.
I was holding that question. But and before we get to that question, let me take another quick break. We'll be right back. Do you have a sweet tooth and a taste for some Southern culture? If so, hit up Bella Confections to get the best buttery, creamy, and flavorful pralines that you've ever had. You can find them on Instagram and Facebook at Bella Confections or call 832-270-5154. Once again, that's 832-270-5154.
You are my cousin biologically type, but you're my brother first and foremost. And I love you to death. All of the stuff that you went through, losing Felix, losing your mom, losing Felix, grandma and grandpa and all that, and to be the man that you are today, that's commendable.
Oh, thank you.
And I respect you for it.
And I appreciate it. And once again, I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for y'all. What's up, Braylon? Damn. You been in that sun, boy.
Man, track and baseball, yeah. He about as black as my car.
I didn't see him. I like a dark, Braylon. Some women love dark men, honey.
Baby, my baby is chocolate.
Hey, once again, it's nothing against dark. Nothing against it.
No.
It just shocked me. That's it. It just kind of like.
He's about 4 shades darker already. He still got track in the next couple of weeks and baseball again. So yeah, we were sitting at the track meet in the sun, me, Jose, and Brooklyn the other day. Oh, and Anky came.
Don't let Brooke get dark like that.
Hey.
Oh, she get dark as she want to get.
She was definitely gonna get there, honey. Where she like to be outside.
And that's something like, man. We don't have to spend too much time on it, but man, we in our family. I talk about it on the show. Y'all listen to the show, you hear me? But the dark skin, the lighter you are, dark skin is beautiful, y'all. We gotta understand that.
Blacker the berry, sweeter the juice is what we knowing.
For real, like, man. But even because once again, Shenee said it earlier. It could stem from the colorism that we have in our family at times. Because we look at like the lighter, the prettier, all of y'all are beautiful, all y'all beautiful.
Yeah, because quiet as it kept, some of the light skinned people ain't beautiful and ain't cute.
But that's been that mindset that's been thrown on us,
Well, I don't know what to tell them. And a lot of times you can be beautiful on the outside and so ugly on the inside, and nobody can see your beauty from the outside. You just got all that ugliness exudes from you, and nobody can even see past that.
And you said it right there, and it's just so much growth that I continue to love and see in the family. And man, once again, y'all don't know all the conversation I have with the kids, man, but I really try to. They're not going to be perfect, but I just want them to be, progressively better. Because and that kind of bring what Anki was talking about. Like we have what I'll consider the living matriarchs and mate family. Hopefully they'll be next up on the list. Y'all be ready. But I think about Brenda.
That'll be totally interesting.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna leave it at that.
I can't wait.
Hey, man, because one thing I had to I had to take the time and think and consider. I interviewed so many different people, so many different strangers at times, people I don't know, and I get to know so much about them and learn about their culture. And I'm like, man, you got to start with yourself at times, So I'm like, man, let me start with my family, let me start bringing incorporating them because, like I say, with hearing Trenton's story, I was like, damn. I never knew all this, man. And I really appreciate him coming on. Shout out to it's your boy T, so I'm like looking at family and like if they would like to come on, there's no peer pressure. It's nothing like that about the door is open. But hearing from not only y'all are like the first ones I have all together like this, but hearing from like I'm excited. Once again, I'm excited. I'm like, whatever they say, I'm just like, I'm ready to soak it all in, No, no matter how long it takes, I'm ready to hear it, because I talk to them all separately and I hear stories and about people that I haven't even met. They're like, you remember so-and-so? I have no idea who so-and-so is, but I want to know, I want to hear this because that's us. We have a crest. How many families have a crest? How many families put something together that we have discussed? We have a lot of things that we continue to hold on to. And as Taunya was saying, people used to come up to me like, when they find out like who I'm related to in Tyler, oh man, respect is given. Where did that respect come from, man? Like, what was happening during that time for people to not only love and cherish but respect my lineage? You know what I mean? Yeah. So a lot of people don't have that. It's like, and how can we keep it going? So like the question is like being you brought up once, because everybody go. Once again, I've come from that culture of death. Everybody's not going to be here. So when these people are no longer here, where do y'all want to step in? What changes? What do y'all want to see in the family?
I definitely want to continue to have the Christmas Eve celebratory moments where we all have, for Thanksgiving, we all disperse names and have the big Christmas Eve event that we would always do, as well as on Christmas Day. It's mainly with our immediate family. Christmas Eve be with everybody in the family. The Thanksgivings, I love that. I love family. I love the orchestration of our family. I love people. I'm a people person, but my family is absolutely everything to me. My nieces and nephews are like my kids. They literally are like my kids. Dante and Shayla got a key to my apartment. They can come with. I'm serious. That's how much I love those kids. They are like mine. Destiny can call me at the drop of a dime in the middle of the night if she wanted to. Trenton, same way. He just had a life-altering experience happen to him. Shout out to T Rose. He's gonna have some things coming up that you'll see later. I'll share it with you on a more.
I was just messaging him yesterday, but go ahead.
Yeah, he did something big. He did what I did. In other words, that just kind of give you an idea of what I'm referring to. He did that, and then Junior and Buddy both called me no matter what was going on. Hey, Nanky, this and another. All of my nieces and nephews, although I have one daughter, 2 grandkids, you would not. Some people think that Dante, my son, Destiny, Shayla, and all of them, my kids too. Some of my friends think these are my kids, and they my nieces and nephews. That's how much I care about my family and my nieces and nephews and my
close-knit family like this. So when, I know it's the inevitable is gonna happen, but when it does, I want us to still continue the things that we've been doing throughout the years and not let that go, because that brings us together, that brings that unity, that brings that bond, that brings that camaraderie of family and love and unconditional love at all times. And I don't want that to go away. Man, when we start seeing less and less family members and certain stuff like that, that bothers me. Mm-hmm. You don't say too much about it, but it bothers me. When you don't see all the people that we used to see in Aunt Winnie's garden room.
I was like, when did Winnie start this?
Mm-hmm. And when it started, then Pat took it on, and then Rodney took it on. And who takes it on next?
I like the part of the whole everybody just thinking about each other enough to want to include you into something. Yeah. And I know that a lot of times we'll say, well, I didn't get an invite. I just want to be open invitation to things. I don't want to always have to make sure I call you because you know something is happening. Mm-hmm. Because it always does. We always going to have this time. We're always going to do this. And I want to keep going. And I remember Aunt Winnie and my mom always cooking everything. They would be in the kitchen cooking for 2 days, to get everything ready for, And so they would always make the little sly comments, y'all gonna be hungry. Ain't none of y'all gonna know how to cook nothing. Y'all ain't gonna know how to make no corn, no dressing, no,
Don't get me started.
Y'all gonna be struggling for some meals. Y'all, what y'all gonna have? Hamburgers, French fries, just messing with us. And now we all can make all of that stuff. We can make a dinner. Like we can pull together, the cornbread dressing and the sweet potato pies. Because Ankie, has learned how to do the sweet potato pies, And Aunt Gwen used to be good for the
sweet pea casserole.
English pea salad. And Ankie can make that now, so we can make those meals and we can come together now as a whole and make those traditional meals. And we watched, even when they thought we wasn't, we was looking, and we know it was going to be our time. And we're ready for that. So that excites me, and I hope that continues on, because they would have thought that we wasn't going to be able to eat nothing. Hey, we ready. We on.
Hey, okay. So Shenee ready to take up the hell. She ready for it. Okay. I like this.
We ready.
But Shenee's mentality and her whole aura, her whole behavior, her whole mentality, her whole attitude is leadership in something like that. I think Shenee would be a major tool in making sure that stayed that stayed the way it is. And I say that as everybody know that's my girl, but at the same time, if you really just hear what she just said, she meant what she said. Oh yeah, we ready.
So trust me, I'm here for it.
Brandon, we can cook. I gotta be honest. We can cook. We can throw down in the kitchen.
I've been displaced for a little bit. I ain't been around for a little bit, but trust me.
We've been seeing breaking briskets up there in Washington.
Oh yeah,
briskets, baby. Them briskets look like they just fall apart,
and they do. And and trust me, I'm ready to start with I know how to fry turkeys too. I know how to do all this.
And I heard my girl down there making homemade biscuits.
Biscuits, dressings, potato salad. We and we got the apple pies almost down too.
The fried apple pie.
Fried apple pies.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Okay. It's a reason why I got to work out the way I got to work out. It's like,
right on.
Well, Taunya has mastered the dressing.
See,
she done picked up and ran with it.
So, and you talking about food. So, Taunya, I want to get your feedback. Where do you want to fall in? Where do you want to step into the place of the future of the family? Take your time. And if you don't know, that's a response right there. But this is something I'm big on people. We got to think about this,
No.
And I know when I talk to, this is an open forum, and if it was people I don't know and talk to, I would, whatever. But this is us right here. And this is something to share with people that they may have the same things in their family. You know, if y'all have any responses, y'all have any suggestions for us, let us know. This past Christmas, I'm in Seattle. I'm further than anyone else in the family, other than Bino, and I think I'm further than him. You feel me? But I'm still gonna find a way for us to be together. So I really appreciate y'all coming on and just doing the Zoom.
Oh, yeah.
I remember Aaron called me just so thankful for it that, because we still found a way. Still gonna find a way.
Time we don't hear from him.
But and that's the beauty thing we got by family, and that's why I want to really entail, and because something could happen to me tomorrow, and I want to make sure the kids, because I'll be 35 this year, and I'm already thinking about Braylon. I'm thinking about Mike. I'm thinking about Junior. I'm thinking about even Trent. No, they're in their 20s, but I'm thinking about the teenagers already. I'm thinking about Jasmine. She graduating in a couple months, going to college. Crazy. You feel me? And I'm like, man, this is who's going to keep this family alive. That's not, it's going to be me to an extent. I have my responsibility. So that's kind of like, that's another thing. What is our responsibility in the family, to be more specific? What do we hold, because I know I think sometimes I put a lot on my shoulders than, at times, but at times I know I got, my wife and I here, we trying to raise a family, trying to bring kids into this world too. But I just want to make sure they know who their family are. I want them to know the history to the current, all throughout, because we have some great individuals here, and I'm continuing trying to make more happen. I'm still trying to work to get Pat's music. These are things I'm trying to do behind scenes.
Yeah.
And it's just such a great thing that we have, and
and we're missing that piece, because we don't have anybody that's in the band or who's playing an instrument right now who can take up that piece that we grew up with.
Uncle Bro played the piano.
Yeah, no one's doing that. I think the last band members were us, because I don't think the next generation was in the band after us. I don't think.
I know I wasn't, but I was in orchestra.
We have and had some talented people.
Absolutely.
In our family. Mm-hmm. Looking at Pat and his talent of being in live bands and a saxophonist, and played with Peebo Bryson. Played with Kenny
G?
Kenny G.
I never knew this.
Yes. Niecy and Rodney used to dance on them, not American Bandstand, but Soul Train. We had some talented people, and we still got some talented people. We just need to make them know that they're talented. Put your stuff out there. People are willing to see it. People want to see it. People are so busy taking on this crab mentality of bringing folks down. You don't even get a chance to see all these our people's talents no more, because they don't want to be a part of that no more. Mm-hmm. Nobody want to. They get so discouraged when someone says one or two bad things about them, and then they just say, "Forget it, I'm not going to do it no more," or don't want to go for that hard working mentality that Pat them all did.
Well, I want to take that back, because I said that, but now that I think about it, I didn't realize Ebony could sing.
Oh. Ebony can sing.
Oh my gosh. He sung for her grandfather's homegoing.
And sung
Blew us away.
I thought I was going to take up wings and fly up out of that church.
Blew us away. I had no idea she had those pipes on her. I had no idea. She can sing. Great songbird.
And when I say shut up, to everybody that don't understand, shut up is like keep going. It's something I don't know. This is a euphemism that was used quite often by Little Richard. But go ahead, y'all.
Yeah. So I do have to take that back a little bit. We do have a person. Yeah, Ebony didn't realize she could sing like that. Man, they said had her on program, and I said, "Oh, Rodney, I was messing with him at his house." I was like, "Oh, right." I said, "I see Ebony on the program. I didn't know Eb could sing to me." "Oh yeah, Eb can sing." I was like, "Oh, let me see."
What baby? My child can sing. You know, and then you hear him, and everybody like, "Oh my God, you hear that man?"
Yeah.
Ebony had us standing on our feet. Ebony had us like
cold-blooded, baby.
And she sung the Tamala Man song. You just can't go run out there and sing Tamala Man song and think you're gonna show up and show out.
She did awesome.
I want her autograph that day.
Yeah.
See, and that's what I'm getting at right there. It's because I'm just thinking with Everything Culture, so many things I'm trying to do it here, and I'm looking for someone to sing my intro, you know. And I already got a guy on my house sing it, but I was like, what woman I can get sing? And
reach out to her because she sounds good.
Ebony, and shout out to Ebony. You know, we keep in touch. She wasn't on Everything Culture per se, but she was on an episode with me with Concrete and Blossoms podcast. So I had her come on and talk about being a teacher during COVID-19 crisis, and she did it. And man, and what I'm telling you. I think about, and everybody here, I hope thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for joining in. Thank y'all for watching. But this is something that's very special to me right here. And I have been drinking. But because once again, because when I think of family, me coming up was y'all, Brenda, Uncle Burl, my mother, Winnie, even my brother, Natalie, Ebony, Daryl, Teddy, you know, and this once again, this before the before y'all kids start having kids, you know what I mean? How my childhood looked, you know, and Aaron, Carlos, Mark, you know, everybody will fall through. Like Shenee was saying, you know, I'll be in the kitchen, them hear him talking noise, who go help clean, who go do this, who do that. Oh, this is my last year, I'm gonna do it. You know, you know, even Pat, Taunya, you know, not you, Taunya, but it was just, that was my upbringing. That's something I observed. That's something I saw and something I seen. And from the disagreements to the happiness and love and to the joy that we saw, you know, as much as that I grew up, that is me. That's what made me who I am, the good and the bad, you know.
Yeah.
I try to, you know, influence more. I used to say, you know, me talking about being in a relationship, being in a marriage. It's like, man, I had to grow. I used to see like my grandma and grandfather cuss each other out every damn day almost, you know. That's what they did. Okay. If y'all don't remember, I don't know how it was when y'all was coming up. But I know some words said from low down dirt, snake in the grass, and healthful, and all these things were said around me in my age, you know. But I always said, but I never remember them not sleeping in the same bed with one another. I never them not saying they love one another. I never in my life didn't see that. So when I tell people, when I ask people certain questions and stuff on the show, it's like, what do you like find joy? I think it's like, what do you consider love? You know what I mean? Because that's what I saw as love. Now, it may not, because if somebody comes from a different perspective, they look, oh, that's horrible. But I'm like, I used to remember one of my homeboys. I'm like, man, you and your people, y'all don't cuss each other out, but I never hear y'all say y'all love each other either. You know, never. You know, I've never heard that. So that's how things are depicted with one another. So I would say, even what we're doing right now, we support one another, and I thank y'all for supporting me. You know,
but if you don't hear and see all those things, how can you truly be a well-rounded person?
Agree.
Because if you only see half of a picture of something, you're going to portray that as that's your life. That's what it's supposed to look like. And then if you don't get that in your own personal life, you're going to be messed up. I say that too because I think about me and Auntie. I'm using ours, for example, our kids. They didn't see struggles for us. We made a way out of no way. They didn't even realize some of the things behind the scenes that was going on. And we crippled our kids in that. We didn't help them when we thought we were helping, but we didn't because they didn't see that. They just thought stuff automatically going to be done. And so
money fall off trees type situation.
Thank you. So when London had her first apartment and didn't realize she had a light bill to pay, and she wanted to know, okay, well, where the light bill come from? Somebody sending me something? She didn't even know go to the mailbox and get a bill out and pay it. What? That's just how serious it was. So I'm saying we think we are sheltering them from things when no,
you're hindering them.
Exactly. It wasn't a helping at all.
Which I talked about this a few weeks ago, and the question was, and it can apply to y'all: what do your parents owe you? And I asked that question because I've seen some people on the internet that say, well, my parents should have done this, my parents should have done this, my parents should have done that. Your parents are trying to figure it out for themselves.
Sometimes, yeah.
Your parents, I worked for CPS for numerous years. I was a guardian ad litem for numerous years. I did training about child development and communication and how to understand for numerous years. There's no written book on how to parent.
I was like, is there really?
Nope.
There's no.
Well, there are parenting books out there from people who think they're the expert, but your kid and my kid and that kid is not the same kids. And there's no right or wrong way to say something or do something if they've never experienced what your child or you have experienced. And that can look all kinds of ways. So just because you can write a help-to book or these are some great ideas for you, those ideas still might not work for my kid.
Is there is there an exact way to cook a sweet potato pie?
Yeah, no.
Now, some of the things may be identical. Some things, the process may be but it's going to be certain changes and differences within it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Parenting. I don't even have kids, and I know that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I asked that because in a sense, sometimes sometimes some people just need a little bit of an apology when some people were in the wrong or they felt hurt. And I think it's okay when people say they felt hurt. But when I tell you what, some kids I saw, well, my parents didn't teach me how to pay bills or, write a check or this. I'm like, do you want me to tell you how I learned how to do this? My experience. Do you want to have that experience? Do you want to switch? Huh? That's what you want. That's what you're telling me. But because I ain't gonna shame either person on either side. That's one thing we have to learn. We got to teach each other, and that's why I want to make sure we educate, which I think is so important for not only our family but all families and all people in our society and communities. But man,
well, I'll definitely say here, my mom don't owe me nothing. Mm. She laid it all out. This is my perspective. She laid it all out on the line for us. She worked 2 or 3 jobs, went to school, and made it happen. Mm-hmm. She had a whole home that was built from the ground up that she was determined she was going to keep for her family. However that looked, she was going to make it happen for us. And we had to step in line and get it together. She going to leave you at home because you knew you had chores, you knew how to cook certain things, feed yourself, get yourself to bed, and be ready for school the next morning because she was going to be working. Mm. And that's what we saw. So when we say, when you went back to the Johnson thing and being a strong female, we was raised by one.
And that's all I was gonna. What are some strong female women that y'all saw in the family too?
Yeah, she kicked butt and took names, son. It wasn't nothing we didn't see her trying to do. As far as work.
And we followed her what she did because she ain't got no lazy kids either. She'll get out there and make it happen.
Nope. She went working at Kmart, La Gloria, which now is
it's called Delic.
Delic Refinery. Bartended. Bars were cleaning buildings, bartending.
I know she was bartending in Delic when I was living with her.
Yeah. I mean, she gonna make it happen.
To this day, we still, like Taunya was alluding to, we still pick up those traits of my mom.
That's when you was bartending. I like, look at you.
I just came up with bartending gig right before we logged into this. But had it not been for my mother putting us in that, that culture, in that realm, in that light, I wouldn't have been wanting to bartend or doing no bartending, but I absolutely love it. It's fun for me. Mm-hmm. I absolutely love it. And it's a little bit of income, a little bit of income additional with it, but it's everything, being well-rounded and being able to mow our own yard. We can mow a yard. We can cut back shrubs. We can plant a flower bed. We can build a patio. Anyway, we can do all kind of. We can do so many things that we were taught. And what Shenee was saying when it came to my daughter London, I think if I wanted to have any regrets as a mother, as a parent, not that I didn't love my child unconditionally, not that, none of that stuff, because Lord knows I did, but I let that part of me say, when you go in there and flip the light on, the light gonna automatically come on. You ain't gonna have to know how it got there, how that light bill was paid. And did she even know that there was even a bill to be paid? You know what I'm saying? She just knew to go in there and flip the light on and it was going to come on. She just knew when it was time to take a bath, she could turn her water on. The water bill was paid. She knew all these things were taken care of, but I never sat down with her, even as she got older, to say, okay, here's how life happens. When you get out into this thing called life in this world, you need to be able to pay your bills, your light bill, your phone bill, your this bill, your that bill. You need to know how to do all these things. And when she became 18, boom, as a young, normally I don't know about boys. I know about girls. When they turn 18, they grown. I'm grown. I'm going to move out. I'm going to move on my own. I'm going to get my own place. But you have no clue how to do it. And I did not, if I want to have a regret, I never taught my child how to live a life outside of me.
Thank you.
She's learning now.
Yeah.
She's learning now. But at this point, she's bumped her head a few times. She's scratched her knees up a few times. But I still am that cushion. I'm still that person.
That safety net.
That safety net. And I'll tell her in a minute too. Quit setting forest fires you don't know how to put out. Because if you set a forest fire, I can bust a cape open. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna put it out. But what if, as you can ask us earlier, what if something was to happen to me? How would she survive outside of me?
Yeah.
Still to this day, how would she survive outside of me? In today's time, I'm making her do more without me. Of course, I'm still the safety net right now, but I will say no now before I say yes. Yeah. I will back off to see how she maneuvers this issue first before I do my cape move. Shenee the same way. I'm sure Taunya can say some of the same things as well. But as for me, I know I try not to let her bump her head as much because I bump my head more. My mama, she taught us how to do a whole lot of stuff, but some of the stuff that we do for our children now, my mama didn't do that for us at all.
Figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out.
Because once again, when I was coming up, I remember y'all two were roommates. Y'all, but y'all leaned on one another. Mm-hmm. Not only like when something came up, it was that support for one another. From babysitting each of the kids to caregiving for one another. I saw this, and that's how I look at it as family. That support. And I commend y'all for that. I was thinking a second ago, I was like, man, once again, she probably remember you. Shenee probably remember it. Man, the way I even operate with paper towels, it was because Shenee snapped on me one time. And once again, I was probably snapped on myself. I was using a bunch of y'all paper towels. I was just using paper towels like they were. And she like, don't you grab one more goddamn paper towel out there?
I do my kids that way today. They runs out with paper towel.
It wasn't too bad, but like I just said,
by
call
the
me.
time you got to your second or third, you need a towel.
Oh, I was like on my seventh one. I was like, and she was like,
yeah, that's by you got two when it didn't do the job, get you a towel.
And now I'm the same way. I was like, hey, just get you a towel now. But
Right.
those little simple things that you think that's just that one short moment. You don't know how it'll be long lasting in your life.
And I barely buy paper towels.
When
they have to have paper towels. I barely.
But you know what's different up here that I had to adjust to in Seattle? You know, one, they're big on compost. They're big on recycling, compost, and trash. One day I need to show y'all what our trash can is like this big outside. The garbage only come by once a week, and the recycling come by every 2 weeks. So you got to be very, and if you put trash outside, it's over. They fine you for it. They charge you extra.
I think they do that here too. Not fine you too much, but they won't take your trash.
Yep. If your lid is open
for recycling or for just regular garbage.
Either one.
See, in Houston, whatever we put on the side of the road, you good.
Oh. I think it's what area you live in too, because like the area I live in, if your lid don't go all the way down, they don't pick your trash. They leave it out there.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's wild, man. That's wild.
And they only pick it up once. They get picked up once a week too.
And let me tell you something. That's wild to me because
on Friday.
It's just like going to the point where you can't ride in the back of the truck anymore. It's that adjustment that changed the life of living. You know, I find so unique. Oh man. So I like it's something that I've been. I just appreciate all the changes, and I try to be prepared for the change. That's my thing, you know, because change is inevitable. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Correct. So it's how if you want to get on the boat or you just want to get left behind, which one you want to do, you know. So we've been on here, you know, we've been chatting, chopping it up. I enjoyed it, but before we go, you know, it's just so many. I wanted to talk about, you know, coming up, going to John Tyler, you know, the teachers, the counselors, the nurses, you know, coming from. And when I went to JT, I don't know if y'all had the same thing. You know, people looked at John Tyler as like they kind of looked down on John Tyler. You know, it was like the bad school to go to. And I'm like, y'all just didn't know what y'all was missing.
Right.
Y'all really don't know. I didn't go to HBCU. You know, I didn't go to HBCU. I went to, which is a historically black college, university.
I did.
Oh, you did go to PV. Yeah. Yeah, you did too, Angela.
I went.
She was just, okay, it's a difference of going and being engaged. And then there's, I was there. That was Anki.
Hey.
I was there. Hey. I had a dorm room.
Hey, you know what, Angela? There was a lot of people I know that was just there, so don't feel bad, okay?
Yes, sir.
There was a lot of people I know that was just there, so don't.
She was just there wasting my mama money because we didn't qualify for scholarships and stuff. Because again, my mama was a hard worker, so she made good. You know, she made money. She paid out of her pocket for us to go to school.
She hey, by the time I was going to college, she made sure to say, I'll never forget, she said, I ain't gonna be able to pay for you to go to school, baby. When I tell you I was on the scholarship hunt, I already knew what was up.
I ruined it for you. I apologize. I messed all that up for everybody.
Wasted my mama money for a whole semester.
Not a whole year. Understand?
A semester.
Hey, a semester's wasting your money for a semester is better wasting your money for a year. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you, bro.
It's not too late, and it's not too late.
She didn't even make a 1.0. Her grade point average was less than a 1.0.
It was like
a 0.6 something.
Hey, hold on. I'm gonna pause this real quick. We still here. We ain't even gonna give y'all a commercial right now. We just gonna jump right back.
I heard it. I pay mail.
Okay, we recording again. We back.
So I can go back to school. And I need to go back to school, and I am going to go back to school. Me and Shenee still working on it for me to get back into school because I did the most, too much when I went to Prairie View. my mama had us so regimented on doing this, that, and the other when we was in school. When I got to college, it was like, woo, I'm free. I ain't gonna do a doggone thing to be grown. I'm gonna be grown. But I don't have to answer to nobody no more. I don't have to be in before the chain.
You got buck wild. So you was off the leash.
Oh my God.
She didn't even listen to me. I'd be like going over there saying, hey, mama told me to tell you, baby. She was like, what?
Do you know my dorm room had foil on the windows? Because I slept all day.
All day long. And partying all night.
See,
do you remember the club there? I don't even know, in Houston called the Underground?
It was in Greens Point.
The fuck are you doing in Greens Point?
Yeah, Angie was underground downstairs in Greens Point by Greens Point.
I was on the stage.
I just remember. Oh my God! See, we
1960.
What?
The exit was off of FM 1960.
Oh, spring.
Nah, I didn't remember that. I just knew I got there.
Well, I worked at the Kmart down the street.
Oh. Well, while you work at the Kmart down the street, I'm on the stage.
Right.
Hey, y'all, with Everythang Culture. I didn't know any of this. This is, once again, y'all learning, guys. I'm learning, okay? Only thing I remember, I remember Club Ice up the street from, where we live in Tyler, Texas. Mm-hmm. Club Ice probably still open. Which one of y'all? I just remember one of y'all won a Back That Thing Up contest or something like that.
I didn't have nothing to back up. I still don't.
I was like, I remember who the hell? Because I remember my homeboy G-Jack being over there and hearing that, and I don't know, mind your damn business, keep it moving.
You didn't want to be known for your sister being the back that thing up
winner award. It was like something. It was like
$200, but boy, all of me and my best friend at the time, Kadena, all of we went to after I won the $200, we went over to the hot biscuit and I treated everybody to the hot biscuit. Baby, I bagged that thing up, and then the song used to come out. They used to be on called Doodoo Brown.
Yeah, oh yeah, Uncle Luke.
Oh, like Doodoo Brown, Doodoo Brown. Baby, when I tell you, I thought I was all that in the bag of chips, and all of a sudden I got as big as the bag of chips times 10. But I still thought I was everything. I still thought I was everything, and that goes into another episode you're gonna have on something else. Mm-hmm. But again, life just, it is what it is. Life has been real interesting for me. Real interesting for me. But the funny thing about it, my sister Shenee, she could always just try to tell me right from wrong, and Angie, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing this. Come on, you ain't supposed to be acting like
be listening.
But my boo never judged me. She just let me do what I was gonna do because she knew I was gonna still keep doing it.
No, she judged you. She just wasn't prejudiced towards you. It's the difference. She judged you.
Whatever it was.
I said it all the time. It's okay to judge people. It's okay if you treat people differently. If you don't have good judgment, that's a problem. You should always judge people. You shouldn't have to treat them a different way. The other thing I say.
And she's still like that to this day. She'll be like, you. Come on, what you doing?
Hey, it's a blessing to have somebody like that in your life. You know that, right? Because some people don't have people like that in their life. You better
and they just out here running rampant.
You better be thankful.
I mean, first of all, I ain't running. Who running rampant?
Brandon said there's people who don't have those type of people in their lives. I said those are the people that's out here running rampant.
Hey, a hit dog go what?
No,
I ain't get hurt.
First of all, I ain't running nowhere. I might walk briskly, but I ain't running.
Did I show y'all my nice award? They don't have anything to do with it.
I would love to see it.
Hair up and show it to us.
We'd love to see it.
Let me walk around the house and see what I got to show.
Hey, you see, look, she got her own office. You said she got that Shenee in the background. You got to hook up.
Oh, how's got her name on it?
Let's see, y'all. Let's see what she got.
You got to see it.
Yeah,
that does not help. That does not help. Employee of the year. That the year. Go ahead, sister.
Oh, there it is. 2021.
Oh, go ahead, sister. I'm so proud of you.
Bro, that is 2020 and 2021, and we just started.
That is employee of the year.
Wow.
And I'm not talking about 4 or 5 employees. I'm talking about out of thousands of employees.
No, that's a huge. I didn't. When did you put this on? You know, y'all put everything on Facebook. Did you put this on Facebook?
No, she did.
Well, I don't normally put everything like that on Facebook because I'm kind of proud of. I'm a proud person.
Did you put it on LinkedIn then?
Just kidding. I did put it on Facebook.
Okay, I'm like. No, I gotta go. Look, congratulations, sis.
What I done got. Hold on, I'll be back.
Get out of here.
I want to show something.
That's a big deal. That's a real big deal.
It is. I was like,
I didn't know. I did not know. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
I got a 1-year service award from the job that let me go a week later.
Don't feel the need to share everything.
Hey, but you know what? You still got that. You still put that on your resume. You just ain't got to put it all on your resume.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And it's glass.
Hey.
Well, I thought it was very beneficial for me to be able to be that and then be in the environment that I'm in. Like, I'm not even in the office. I'm working that hard. Not even being in the office.
No,
but that goes to say, like, right now, I'm in my office working on my Sunday. I'm out.
And you here with us with Everything Culture, just making it happen.
Yeah.
And Everything Culture.
Man, I would know for real. That's a big deal. We're gonna put the little applause behind it right here. Yes. Oh, good.
If I want to say, if we want to depict each one of us, Shenee out of Mama 3 girls, you being her son, but if we all just had something to say in reference to who we are and how we've been in life, like Shenee is the go-getter. She the consistent one. Even if she become inconsistent on something, she quickly reels that back in and get back on track. She's almost predictable. If to be honest with you, she's almost.
I can't call Shenee predictable because that was the makings of you. I can't say that. I can't say that.
Predictable.
She put your ass in a dryer. I'm sure that goes out the window right there.
That was predictable because she was not gonna be my friend, and she knew if she said she wasn't gonna be my friend, I was gonna get my dumb ass in the dryer. So that was.
But Brandon, when you say somebody's predictable, that means anybody can predict me.
See,
you just know me. You know me closer than other people.
It's y'all relationship. It's y'all have that relationship. I can say with y'all between y'all.
So, but I'm not predictable because normally people don't understand or know what I'm going to do.
Now, one thing I would say you the predictive one, Anki.
Me,
you the predictive one, because you be walking into like you. Oh Lord, and it with someone we love, we all love collectively. You be walking in the shit, and I'm like, why did you go there? And I'm like, why? And you like, and everybody just look. Everybody be looking like, don't do it. Don't you do it. And I don't know if y'all seen that meme. I did it. That's you. That is you. That is fun. And you wonder why it happens. I'm like, we all saw it coming. Okay, we all saw it coming. And you be like, I don't know what you like. What did you expect was gonna happen?
She thinks she Captain Save-A-Ho, and she's not.
Hey, once again, and she ain't want to hear that right now. She do not want to hear that right now. But the cape is all flying behind her and shit. And I'm like, leave it alone.
She is not. Thank you. She is not Captain Save-A-Ho.
She shared a story with me that y'all had last weekend, and I'm like, why? You like the one that y'all when the 4 people was headed down to Tyler, and and I'm like, and once again, but we got to bring. Yeah.
I had a teacher one time to call me and say that they were going to send Dante to the office for calling her by her first name. I dared her. I double dare you to send him to the office because that's something that he wouldn't do. Now, that other child, if you said it was her, now I'd have to hear both sides. But him, he ain't gonna disrespect you. So I suggest you don't do that.
Let me tell you something.
Did an investigation. It was not Dante.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Of anybody, you could say it, almost anybody else in this family, us other than Dante. He may have been drinking hand sanitizer.
He hadn't been down to your house yet.
Because after he
hadn't been to your house yet, and I love my brother. That's the only reason I didn't cut his throat for letting my baby.
So are you saying that Brandon brought out the worst in him?
Man, I tell y'all, he have a whole different side. I was like, because everything Shenee was saying, but it was like a complete opposite. I was like, I'm telling you, the way I ain't gonna tell all this. He told
me stuff I hadn't heard before not long ago about that.
Because my people, my friends, they know. Like I was just like they were like, man, how your cousin? Every time I talk to them, no matter if we ain't talking to your house, like, man, how your cousin Dante doing? I'm like, he good, he good. He left a lasting impression
around the house.
He left a lasting impression. But once again, like when he was Dante, always been quiet. And when he started laughing and kicking hard and talking, and not talking, but talking shit, I'm like,
now he so do that now slick shit.
Oh my God, yeah.
I can see you doing it, but I'm talking about this. He was like what, 19 at the time. He was
age 17, 18.
And he was just going out to college, and I'm like, everybody, I'm like, nah, y'all don't know him. I was like, this ain't him. I'm like, I'm like. I'm steady, like I'm telling everybody, I'm drinking. I ain't even on the level I'm at now, but I'm kind of sitting back, like
he was on that courage juice,
man,
right?
And like, cause we were playing a game, and he ain't drunk nowhere more than I. The daylight was still out. That's the thing. The sun was still out. How you already here? And this was Soldier Boy. This was the Soldier Boy.
Brandon was chasing me around the apartment.
Man, because I'm telling you, it was just like, it didn't even click that he was drunk. It was just like, I thought he was just, I was like, man, when he talking about, once again, I might even take this part out. But when he started calling, when he over there, he laughing with a girl, I had some girls over there, he was like, oh, bitch, shut up. I'm like, whoa. and they laughing with him. I'm like, whoa, he meant that. He did. Everybody think he just joking. I'm like, like, he don't talk. That's why I kept telling my homeboy, he don't talk like this. You don't understand. He don't talk at all.
Alcohol. Blame it on the alcohol.
He the type of person that, like, when he was all down there, they ask him, so what grade you in? He won't say nothing. I answer for him. He in this grade. He doing this. He from Fort Worth. I be the one to speak. That time, I didn't have to do no talking. That's all, like, what? And like, what time? When Shenee was saying, like, what is this? I'm like,
courage juice.
Man, when I tell you that night, that's an impactful moment in my college life. I ain't got none of my cousins drunk since then. Nope. I was like, Dante done took the cake when he got in that shower, all his clothes on.
He said he was fully dressed in a bathtub of water.
Only thing he didn't have on was his shoes. He had on socks, pants, belt, shirt. Like, I'm like,
wow.
Calling me. I just want to call him. Thank you for everything you ever done.
I thought he was calling to cuss everybody out. That's what I thought he was doing. That's what I was worried about. I was like, when I picked up his phone, I was like, you been calling people? I was like,
taking his phone from him because he was calling people.
Man, yeah, that was something. That was something.
Some girl woke him up in the tub while she was peeing.
Yes, he's not lying about that. Because I'm telling my homeboy came in because somebody else was throwing up in my restroom when I was trying to help them out. And when I came in there, my homeboy came in like, hey, you need to go check on your nephew. And I'm like, what you talking about? He like, I can't deal with that. You got to deal with that. All that I kept thinking, he in the living room running around naked. That's all I kept thinking. In the living room naked. Because I remember him saying he was going to get in the shower. That's all I remember. I was like, God, please, I can't deal with no more, man. I can't. Y'all ever get drunk and y'all got to sober up to take care of somebody else? Did they ever happen to y'all?
Yes.
Oh, my God, that's the worst. That's the worst. And I was like, I went in there. When I walked in, because he was in the hallway restroom. And I walk by, and I see the girl in there just in the restaurant, and she's splashing water on him. He's all right. He's okay. He's okay. He's all right. I'm like, bitch, get your ass on out of here. Fuck it. I like get your ass away from him. I'm like, I'm mad. And I look at him. I just sat there, closed the toilet, sat down on the toilet, and I just stared. I like, man, you okay? You're like. And I'm telling you, he had no more than 4 shots, and he was gone. Like, I'm talking about gone. I'm talking about not just drunk. But he came out, said, "Hey y'all, I'm sorry. Thank y'all, but I'm going to sleep." My homegirl went and checked on him, stayed with him until he went to sleep the whole night.
That's because he's such a sweet kid.
He is a sweet kid. He is. We kicked in
poisoned him with alcohol, poisoning my baby.
He didn't get poisoned. He had a good time.
Poisoned mine.
Started off a lot, but he had a good time. But my first time getting drunk was because of Anky.
Anky?
What was happening around that time? What were we doing?
I was 16. You and Kendina came home from you. It was the night you threw up hard. You was sick. I went to IHOP. I just remember. I think you threw up at IHOP, and you came home throwing up. And you gave us some wine before y'all left, or something like this.
With Denny's.
I don't remember where. I just remember.
I messed up them people's table at Denny's. I threw it across the whole table. It was New Year's Day.
Yeah, I just remember it was like that, and that was the first night I got drunk.
What?
We was at home though.
Denny's was so mad at me. I'm calling her over there, and I'm like, "Ma'am, I already know what I want to eat, but can you please tell me where your restroom is?" Because at that time, I knew I had to throw up, and I'm drunk as hell. It's snow outside on the ground and stuff.
Yeah, it was in the winter. Yeah, it was around New Year's or something like that.
Huh?
It was around New Year's or Christmas, something like that.
It was New Year's Eve.
Yeah, it was New Year's Eve. Yep.
When it's New Year's Day, ma'am, where's your restaurant? Ma'am, if you're gonna tell me what you want to eat, go ahead and tell me what you want to eat. Ma'am, you better tell me where your restroom is. I just need to know what you want to eat. I was like, okay. I just messed up the whole table. The whole table. And then I clipped right my face. Let me get a grand slam with extra ice in my orange juice. The woman said, "Get out of here! Get out of here!" Kadena and everybody else that's my partners, right? They trying to fight the woman because now she don't want to perform. She don't want to perform her duties as the waitress. I'm like, I don't blame you, ma'am. But I told you I needed to go to your restroom first. I'm gonna ask you where it is. If you're not telling me you want to take my order, well, let me go and throw up across your table. Then I'll give you my order. That's how my night went that night. We of course didn't get our food. We got put out. But that night I apologize if I got you drunk that night. I mean,
oh yeah. Not only
around people that love you.
Y'all left. You left.
Oh.
Y'all went out. I remember you came home. You was way worse than we were. But either way, we survived. We survived. And they're gonna be part of our closure. Shout out to Tony Turtle, man. I appreciate hearing y'all's story, like for real. Like, man, I'm about to send this to Stephanie or something, man. I'm like, as much as y'all tell me about this, like Tony came through, man, and we know. The person we love. He's still coming through. That's the person we love so much, and we know how she could be sometimes. Lord,
Tony just keep on coming back from
Tony. Just keep on coming back, man. Shout out you, Tony, man. Thank you so much, Tony. I'm gonna have to put something together for Tony. A little care package. I gotta get his address.
Do. Yeah, I think we all 4 of us should put something together for Tony Turtle.
Just say thank you.
I do
it. This will matter. Y'all gotta give people their flowers while they here.
Right on.
A pair of them shears to go in the yard and some gloves and what else?
Man, some earplugs. Basket. Man, I'm like, y'all remember sometimes she used to call and talk shit. I was like, man, if I Tony, I'll quit. I promise you I would.
Yes, still he hanging in there,
and he keep on coming back. I think he quit every week, but he come back the next week.
He done just about heard it all by now.
Once again, and shout out once again, thank you, Brenda. You once again, it been an integral person in my life, and I know as well in your daughter's life as well. Hope you know that. That's one thing first and foremost. I hope you know and understand that. And the thing we've seen you be in your life not only is working. Did y'all see that? Okay, we'll keep it going. Not only as far as your hard work ethic, to your love for the family, to your entertainment, to your parties you have, to being a great neighbor, to even, taking in your sister's son, that means a lot, so I'm looking forward to having you on The Makers of You. That's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
But you are love, y'all are love, man, and this is probably going to be a 2-part episode. So I'm looking forward where we get on Facebook Live and we have our conversation, so we can. We're gonna talk about John Tyler on the live. I want to talk about what things look like.
I can't wait. I don't want this to end, but I know I got to be at work at 7 a.m. Everybody else got to be at work.
I got another show I was going to record 20 minutes ago. I've been texting them, telling them I'm gonna be like, give me a few more minutes. I got 2 podcasts going on. No, y'all are fine. Yeah. Y'all are fine.
Well, we definitely love you, and we thank you for this opportunity.
Okay, thank y'all.
We do.
Y'all, if y'all listen to this, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode, man. I have greatly enjoyed it. If you can't see my face, I'm smiling, okay? And when I tell you this is having my sisters on, I had to work on. Somebody said, I can't be calling them my sister cousins because they're gonna come off a little different. I'm like, you right. That's like I didn't even think about that, but
But no, don't ever call me your cousin. No.
But it is so much love that we have for one another, and I appreciate y'all so much for coming on. Hope y'all continue. Hey, tell your people about this. If y'all listening to this, make sure to share it wherever you can share it. We're on Red Circle. We're on Spotify. We're on iTunes. Almost anywhere you can listen to a podcast. We should be on Audible soon as well through Amazon, or check us out on YouTube, man, where you can see our faces. But it's y'all got any shout outs y'all have? Anything y'all want to share? Anything to put on?
Shout out to the class of 88. We always gonna be the great 88.
That's JT, John Tyler, or Tyler High, they call it now. I just call it Cujo High. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Shout out to the class of 91, the originators of the Cujo. We originated Cujo.
Which is true.
I haven't seen her get her back.
At the same time, shout out to Everything Culture. Shout out to my little brother who making this happen every day.
He making things pop.
Man, I'm telling you, man, you everything. You are really making. You setting the standard, setting the bar high for other African American people to bring this type of platform to everybody, and you setting the bar high. And I'm proud of you, man. Thank you. And thank you for considering us little peons to be on here.
Look,
I mean, this Brandon way up here. But I know you all, that Shenee, I know you something like
as long as you recognize.
Y'all are love.
I mean, what are you? Employee of the year, man? The hell, I've been on my
2 fingers right there. You did.
Yeah. And I got a flag, but I ain't don't worry about it. Anyway,
I was able to share this podcast with my the ladies who work under me. So that's why I'm trying to stop.
That's why I'm trying to stop cussing so much, so y'all can share it with people. Hear your brother he got a sharp tongue. I understand.
Oh, they were hyped up. They were like, we got to see a different side of you. We got to see the not so professional side, like to know who you are and to kind of get an insight of you. And we loved it. And I was like, oh, that's good. That's good.
That's what's up.
See this, and that's the point of it all. That brings me joy. And man, once again, I've enjoyed every bit of this.
We've enjoyed you too, and we know you got to go, so we're not gonna hold you up.
Thank you. But as always, once again, y'all can follow us anywhere you can listen to a podcast. You can check us on YouTube and on Everythang Culture. You know, our mission statement, our motto comes from the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. That is, he believes that men hate each other because they fear each other. They fear each other because they don't know each other, and they don't know each other because of segregation. Because of segregation, we have miscommunication. So our goal is to build a platform built off respect, communication, consistency, so we can love each other and get to know each other, so we can love one another. So I want to say thank you all. And God bless. Peace.